That can get them to the end with one more stop, Doc.
And we've talked about how the Roush rookies continue to impress. We've mentioned Stenhouse. How about this guy in the 16 car, Colin Brown? Now, he was in the top finishing rookie the last 3 races. He actually drove Kentucky, Road America, and New Hampshire. He did not run Daytona. He started 21st tonight and has now moved up within a shadow of the top 10 in 12th position. Now, his secret weapon might be crew chief Ricky Byers, who has come here and pulled off a huge upset win with Johnny Sauter in 02 and also pulled off the victory with Kevin Harvick in 05. They hope to make it on one more stop after pitting on lap 135. Dave.
Doc, Brian Scott runs in the 15th position. His car is just a little too loose on the bottom side. We'll see what they do on this next round of pit stops. But the guy making that call for the first time will be Jeff Stankiewicz. They had a bad run, and so there was a crew chief change this week. Jeff got the call. He's been a lead mechanic for a lot of years, including a championship season at Richard Childress Racing with Kevin Harvick. So earlier this week, he talked to his old friend Shane Wilson, who had made the move to crew chief from car chief, and he said, "When do you know you're ready?" And Shane said, "You never know until you just do it." It was days later that Stankiewicz got the call to become crew chief for the first time. He's leading the 11 team. They're going to see how they like him, and he's going to see how he likes the new leadership role. Vince?
Parker Kligerman is in the 42. He's just 19 years old, making his 5th Nationwide Series start. Got an interesting sponsor on the car this weekend, and I think it's worth noting that GetMoreVacations.com is the sponsor. And, you know, they had, of course, the Deepwater Horizon oil spill in Louisiana, and as you see the battle on the track. And that oil spill, obviously an ecological disaster, caused a lot of economic hardship for the entire Gulf Coast region. But not all the vacation areas down there are affected. In fact, I had a person come up to me today, said they live in Destin, Florida. It's still beautiful down there. But how could they get the message across to the rest of the country that there were still great vacation destinations down in the Gulf area? Well, GetMoreVacations.com said, let's advertise through NASCAR. So they're sponsoring Parker Kligerman's car tonight, trying to get the message out. We're trying to help. Marty?
And Kligerman now 2 laps down in 23rd position. Now, Danica Patrick had to come in for a green flag pit stop, so she is now 3 laps down, but no one else to cycle through. Remember, she is out of sequence. She took the wave around, and this was the stop.
Yeah, 16 cars took the wave around that last time that the caution flew, so puts them in early. You know, you just got to take that shot. You hope that you get the caution that falls when you want it and need it. She was in that lucky dog spot for quite a few laps, but finally had to come in and make this stop for fuel.
Meanwhile, out on the track, the 10 of David Rudiman, right now 4th. Jason Leffler closing on him for the position.
You can see the Toyotas are trying to make this their own little race. Brad Keselowski and his Dodge, the only other making the top 5 besides one of these Toyotas.
The Toyota running 1st, 2nd, 4th, and 5th. Keselowski in 3rd in the Dodge.
Yeah, Leffler definitely has the best long-run car. He seems to really come to the front the longer they run.
Justin Allgaier and Colin Brown. That's lap traffic with Eric McClure right in front of both of them.
Yeah, Colin Brown doing a nice job tonight. I've been watching him quite a bit. He's handled traffic. He's handled some tight situations very well. So, as we pointed out earlier, young guys, Stenhouse Jr. and Colin Brown doing a nice job here in the last few races.
Yeah, Brown made a 3-wide pass on the 99 of Trevor Bayne. C66 is now in.
So Stephen Wallace making his 2nd pit stop of the night here on lap number 122. And, you know, to finish up on Colin Brown, as he pulls back out onto the track, Stephen does. Top 15 finishes in 5 of his last 6 Nationwide Series starts for Colin. So that's why the things have turned around. Meanwhile, this battle is getting even better. Here comes Leffler. Whoa, look out. We got lap traffic. Robert Richardson is going to force Leffler to lift.
These are teammates, too, don't forget.
Yep. Both from Braun Racing.
Yeah, Jason Leffler hates to give up that momentum that he had going there. He had the pass made, and just hate doing that. You're really hoping that your teammate might give you a little bit of a break, but Rudiman was in the right spot, and his car's been good too.
Colin Brown got around the 12. Meanwhile, there is your race leader. How big's the margin? 3.6 over Joey Logano, but we still have another round of pit stops. Having stress, none on that face, but there's plenty on others. You can always tell the race leaders crew as they are in control of this race with Kyle Busch out front, and we're getting close to pit stops. Remember we talked about, Jamie said maybe they could go 60 laps on the 60. Well, they had a problem. They had to come in just while during the break 53 laps after their last stop. Let's listen.
I think I got a wheel coming loose. It's steadily getting worse and
So Carl is now 1 lap down in 16th position.
Yeah, you just got to do that. I mean, you don't want to sit out there with a loose wheel, like I said before. I mean, we heard Paul Menard say he's got a vibration. In this case, he doesn't lose a lot. He just has to pit a few laps early, and if the caution doesn't come out, it's actually going to work out for him fine.
And we still have to have the full cycle of pit stops by all the race leaders, which is Kyle Busch by 3.8 seconds over Joey Logano. As you look at the replay of the break, and there they are looking at the tires to figure out exactly what went wrong. We can also tell you that during the break, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. has made his pit stop, so he is back out on the track. He is shown right now in, let's see, I'm looking, 17th position.
Yeah, we expect all these leaders to come in here in the next few laps. Looks like Harvick just made a break for pit road.
Kyle Busch, and let's check in first with Dr. Jerry Punch.
David Ruderman making a pit stop now. He cannot make it all the way to the checkered flag without some help with the caution flag. Going to put 4 tires in, make an air pressure adjustment to try to free him up. The car very, very tight, but he has driven, remember, all the way from 29th into the top 5. Jamie.
And Kevin Harvick getting counted down into his pit box, the number 1 spot. He said, we cannot get this car right. An absolutely frustrated Kevin Harvick. Look for adjustments here. 4 tires. He said the back end just snaps around. He said, we're getting passed by cars we should not be getting passed by tonight. Doing 4 tires again. Let's see if they can make this pit stop faster. And it is 13.7, Marty.
All right, thank you, Jamie. So the pit stops have now begun here as we've completed 132 of 200 laps. We mentioned Kyle Busch. He has clinched most laps led, and he is the leader of the most laps won only 3 times here in 9 races. So I don't know if that spells anything, but the way he's driving right now, something drastic's going to happen. Here comes Reed Sorensen. It's always nice to do well at your sponsor's race. Dave?
Marty, he made it all the way up to the 7th position, even with what they think is that warped rotor. So they've been asking Reed to just kind of ride it out. He said, I cannot be any looser right now than I am. So as he gets 4 tires and they make an adjustment on that, they'll send him back out, hopefully staying in the top 10 after this. 88 is in as well, guys.
So Sorensen's stop continues. McMurray had gotten all the way up to 6th position, guys. Remember, he started 37th. Vince?
Well, remember that 38 of Jason Leffler. He's coming in running 4th. He had indicated before they had a bad vibration, but that was just the previous set of tires. This most recent set was good, so 38 gets 4 fresh tires, no chassis changes for the 38. There's the 18 of Kyle Busch. He's been our leader tonight, and he has had a dominating evening. He's led the most laps, as Marty indicated. They're going to go up on the air pressure, just 2/10 on the left rear, just trying to make Kyle feel a little bit more snug. Jason Ratcliffe, the crew chief, says clean air is so critical here. No mistakes on pit road. Dave?
Joey Logano's car won't turn as well as he'd like it to. That's why he can't catch his teammate right now. They will make an air pressure adjustment for Joey as he leaves pit road. Doc?
Rookie Colin Brown in, and they said they can make it the rest of the way. Major adjustments, that the car was absolutely just too tight. They wanted to free him up with like left side tires going on. Impressive performance again here for Colin Brown, the Roush rookie. He's down and away.
22 of Brad Keselowski is also in pit road. Let's send it to you, Dave.
Brad liked the balance on his race car, but he said the ride quality was horrible. Nothing they can do about that. They will make a actually, I think it's a wedge adjustment for Brad on that car, as well as a 4-tire stop to try to make it better. Rough into the corner was his main complaint, and the looseness of the car he didn't like as well. But at the end of the run, it really corrected itself, and he said, right here, I'm pretty good, Paul. If you could just change that ride quality. He can't right now. He leaves pit road.
16 of 17 races, he's had top 10 finishes, 14 of those in the top 5. Any reason why he's the points leader? How about the 32 with Reed Sorensen? He's got Justin Allgaier, but Sorensen has the fresher tires.
Yeah,
and he goes around.
Won't be much of a battle there.
No, and Allgaier is actually our race leader right now, so he's at a big disadvantage there, but that did get Reed Sorensen back on the lead lap.
Right, he would be the last car on the lead lap right now. 10 cars now shown on the lead lap. Justin still has to make his stop. So does Brendan Gaughan, and then Kyle Busch, who is in 3rd, will inherit the lead once again.
We saw Keselowski's stop was not totally clean. They had a problem on the right rear. I hate having those kind of